She likes to have fun. So this is was on Saturday. It's probably my 10th time on her back over the course of her being here for 2 months now. I didn't get on her until she was here for 2 weeks, and the last video she had on a total of 1 hour under saddle, and now she's been sat on, ridden probably 10 more minutes, and today probably 10 minutes. So I will start riding her a lot more, longer periods of time. Not a lot, but instead of 5 or 10 minutes, we'll start doing 20 minutes. I'm riding her in Dr. Cook's bitless bridle here. The last time I rode her, the people from the rescue came to see how she was doing, and she was a total different horse. They observed it too, as far as they had never seen her at my place, but she did a lot of neurotic things. She, even just to lead her, she was grabbing the lead rope in her mouth, putting the snap in her mouth. I was kind of shocked. I said she's never done that when I'm working with her. She's very oral, but had never done it when I was working with her. And they said when I went in the house to get my gloves that they had let her smell their hands, and she remembered them, and she did, and she I couldn't hardly ride her. She did a ton of bucking under saddle. No, I'm sorry, not under saddle. She did a ton of bucking on the ground. Just defiance stuff that she does. She's not cinchy. And then she kicked out, like, with her back end a little bit. So here, what I've been doing here is asking her to stay on the rail, and if she doesn't get off my leg, I press softly, but if she doesn't yield, then I boot her. She was wanting to run me into the fence, not get off the fence. And again here, if I ask and you don't yield, because I know I've taught you this, I'm going to get stronger. So I'm just getting her busy because she's still got some, attitude. And so if she doesn't yield, then I take my leg back further behind the girth and move her around. So it's really hard when they get stuck. If you're asking them to yield and you can't get a yes answer, you have to get a yes answer. You can't have them just say, no, I'm not going to get off your leg. So I take my leg back behind the girth, bump her around, say, yes, you will. She's just, I'm really working hard to get her to go forward. Here she's yielding nice for me, and that's what I asked for. Hard to get to go forward. I have to reach back and with my saddle strings and spank her up, because I don't want her to get dull off my leg. I'm doing today in this video a lot more begging and kicking with my legs, which normally I don't do. Other thing, we're adding some speed here now, which we haven't done besides just what you just saw. So we're going to start doing a little more. Instead of doing 5 or 6 strides, I'm going to try and extend that to a little longer. So she's just, again, she doesn't have a great work ethic. Here I'm doing a 1 rein stop just to get her back in control, change in direction. I'll ride with a prop next time I ride her with a stick, dressage whip or something. Now move your hindquarters around, get back on the rail. But she's doing wonderfully. Here we just stopped the video for a second to make sure it was recording, because it's her first time recording, so I want to make sure she had it. So nothing edited out here. We just continued on. And yeah, so this day was just 3 days after the visit from the rescue, and she was just back where I had left her, and not so much that I could ride her in the bitless bridle again, because she wasn't focused on grabbing the things in her mouth. Yeah, it was just so profound to me that she just started acting more neurotic, even though the people who came were very impressed at her progress, and I'm glad they were, because she's come a long way. The other thing is, a day before their arrival, I had weaned her off the grain she was getting. She was on 2 quarts of Triumph in the morning, 2 quarts at night, and 2 quarts of alfalfa cubes once a day. So she was so neurotic in anticipation of getting this feed in the morning that she would just pace and pace and pace. I wasn't worried about working her on grain, that she was high or anything like that, because I had been, but I was worried about her gut getting worked up like that. She probably has ulcers, I don't know. But what a difference in this horse coming off the grain, as far as she's just not pacing anymore. And that caused her a lot of grief for 15 minutes in the morning and every night. And every time I went in to feed my chickens, or every time she heard a lid, she still hears them. But she knows she's not getting any, just like my other horses don't get any. That was a nice yield there. And she quit pacing when people come to visit. They had told me she had done the same thing there. Anybody new walk into the yard and just back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. So I think she's getting more at peace. I'm really happy about that, because she was just, her body was just so busy running back and forth in her pen. So very happy with her. Gonna do a backup now. And she's doing really really well. Thanks for watching. Hope I didn't rattle on too much about the other stuff and less about the training. Well, I did, but you can see how she went.